Nottingham Forest is returning this week with a trip to Sheffield Wednesday, and you'll be able to hear every single moment of it on BBC Radio Nottingham.
Got bullied. Yeah, go for Christmas.
That's you, shoot.
Better than that Santa one wearing at Huddersfield.
What a great season it's been for Nottingham Forest up until the point at which it had to all come to an end. And that's how football should sound, with the roar of the crowd. Well, that's not going to be there when the football resumes. Yes, the football will be there, the results will be there, the twists and turns of every game will be there, the drama of every game will be there, but the fans won't. So how does that feel if you are a Forest fan? Well, let's speak to one, because Malcolm is a season ticket holder at Nottingham Forest. Hello, Malcolm. Morning to you.
Morning, Andy.
So how are you feeling about the resumption of the season?
Very excited. I was just listening to those commentaries there, and the hairs on the back of my neck were standing up. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Colin Fray can do, though, isn't it? He can make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
Absolutely, yeah.
As long as he's got something to talk about, as long as he's got something to see that he can relate to everybody else. The thing is it going to be the same game without a crowd?
Oh, great question. Who knows? I mean, obviously, for us supporters, it's not going to be the same game. But I think for the players, I think some of them will probably do better without the crowd, probably getting on their back or feeling the tension of the crowd. And I think other players are going to suffer. So I think it'll even itself out, to be honest. But from a fan's point of view, it's not going to be the same. But at least we're getting the season done and dusted.
Yeah, and obviously the best way to enjoy it is to listen to it on the radio and enjoy all the twists and turns. It's still not like being there, because you don't get the match day experience there, do you? And there are routines that you'll have on match day. There'll be things that you do. There'll be friends that you drink with. There'll be places that you sit. All that kind of stuff has gone. Is there any way you can bring that back?
Oh, difficult, because, I mean, the hardest thing for me, I can live without football, but I can't live without Forest, and I can't live without my mates. I mean, I've really struggled not meeting my mates and not spending time with them and having some drinks before the game, and, just sitting and talking banter, talking football with them, who played well, who didn't, what do we think, and the away days as well. I've really missed those, because there's a group of us, there's 4 or 5 of us that go to every away game as well. So that's been a real struggle, but we've still kept talking on Zoom and stuff like that, but it's not been the same as meeting up at the ground.
Oh, well, I mean, what have you been talking about? Because there's not been any football to talk about.
No, we've been reflecting on the season and talking about things that we've done well, and what could we have done better, and where were we a bit lucky, and what do we actually think's going to happen when the season restarts? Because I mean, I've been saying all season that Forest are going to go up automatic. I thought we'd go up in second place, and there is a sort of like outside chance that we could do that. I think the playoffs is much more likely, but I would still like to think that when the season gets off to a start, we can get off to a really good pace, and get the momentum going, and hopefully push for second. But I think the playoffs is more realistic.
Yeah, I think you're right. But if playoffs occur, again, one of the joys of playoffs, especially the playoff final, is being there at Wembley to see your team get promoted, and that's not going to happen this year.
No, that'd be typical, wouldn't it? I've got a whole generation of friends. I mean, I've been lucky. I've been to Wembley a lot of time before Forest, but I've got a whole generation of friends who've never been to Wembley to see Forest play. So I feel sorry for them if we get there. But yeah, it would be typical. But the most important thing is that we get promoted, because to get back to the promised land of the Premiership would be a game changer for Forest.
Well, let's see how it goes. Malcolm, thank you. Malcolm Owen, season ticket holder at Nottingham Forest. There is full match commentary on all of Forest's remaining games here on BBC Radio Nottingham, and that means from 2 p.m. on Saturday you can